Yeah, that's, I think, what we're all hoping for, that we will all be here enjoying this race in person next year.
Think about all the leaders, nationally, state level, locally, out here at IMS, all the pressure they've had to get things right, keep everyone safe, but also keep them entertained. And think about the national focus that we're getting here today, as we always do. This is such a point of pride for our great city and our great state. This is what it's all about here in the heartland, is the Indianapolis 500. And Carlos is live on the roof talking about the importance of this national spotlight and what it means to get ready for race day. What's going on, Carlos?
You know, you make a great point, Ben, because even though there are no fans inside the track, I talked to Greg Bowles and he said to me, listen, we've got to get this Indianapolis Motor Speedway not just for the drivers and not just for the workers, but for the national TV audience, really the international TV audience is going to be watching all over the world. So as you can tell, there was still a lot of things to do heading up to race day. So even though fans aren't in the track, you still have to do preparations for the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you've got the teams that are going to be here competing, so you got to get all of the stuff done that happens sort of behind the scenes. So pit lane, garage area, anywhere on the racetrack, we had to get all that prepared. So all that work is still going on. I'm still guessing we're going to have 2,000 to 2,500 people inside the venue on race day.
Give me the quick Cliff Notes version of the checklist. It has to get done.
The biggest stuff before we're on track is just making sure the track is absolutely ready to go. So pit boxes are set up, all of the grass around the racetrack is ready, our asphalt is ready to go. Any of the markings that the drivers need and rely upon, that all has to be set up. All the electrical, all the communication cables, everything that goes into the pit boxes that the teams need in order to connect to the race cars and connect to the venue, all of our timing and scoring lines that are around the racetrack so we can monitor the racing on track. All of that has to take place. And then off the racetrack, we have garages ready for the teams. All of the protocols that folks have to go through from a health and safety screening standpoint have to be set up. So it's all of that to begin with. Then our fire and rescue guys that have to be set up, they've been make sure they have all gone through the proper training, all the vehicles that we need are ready. There's a litany of things we have to do, and it has nothing to do with the fans.
When I came in here today to talk to you, I had to stop by a screening process and have my temperature taken as well.
That's one of the things we've been doing. A lot of people have been doing that going forward. We do it when we go in our office right now. So I got my little red dot, which means my temperature is okay, allows me in the building, and especially in the garage areas. So IndyCar and NASCAR really all year since they've started racing again have really tried to lock down the number of people in the garage areas. They do the temperature screenings. You go through a questionnaire that happens. If there's anything where you don't feel well, you know, we've got doctors on hand and everybody to take care of them. So that's really important. So every day, if somebody's coming in from a team standpoint or a participant standpoint or just working here at the facility, they'll go through all of that protocols and that screening.
Even though you're not going to have fans here, you still want the Motor Speedway to look beautiful.
Well, obviously the race will be on TV, so we do want it to look good. Plus, this place deserves to look good. Even if we don't have fans here, this is the world's greatest racing course, so we want to make sure it looks good. And this year with Roger Penske, we've invested so much in fan experience things that unfortunately we're not going to get to share with folks, but even little things in the pit area along the racetrack, painting the tops of our walls, which we've never done before. So those aerial views will just make those walls look so much better, so much cleaner. So even simple things like that are going on even without the fans.
You're still going to have this national audience which is starved for sports, and you still have the responsibility of showing them what Hoosier hospitality is really like.
Absolutely. We've been really focused on making sure that the venue looks good. One of the things that I love the most about our facility, our folks that work here take such great care of it. So you think about how good our grass always looks, how good the facility looks. For a 111-year-old facility, it looks fabulous, and it's going to look even better. And when we had the Brickyard race, which had no fans but was on TV, we got all kinds of comments from our fans and customers, or just race fans in general, who couldn't believe how good the facility looked. The Indy 500 is a bigger platform than the Brickyard was, so the opportunity to showcase this place and showcase that Hoosier hospitality, we want to make sure we do it in a way that all Hoosiers are proud of.
If they said, hey, Doug, get out there and do something, would you be a grass cutter, would you be a painter, or would you have a power tool in your hand?
Well, I've actually done all of them, and I'm happy to work at any point in time. My favorite thing, I love to get on the sweeper on event time. We've got a guy named Woody who handles all our sweeper. I love to be in the sweeper with him, but I'm happy to pick up a paintbrush, a power tool, although the power tools I'd rather I didn't have. That's really a problem when you see me with a power tool, but happy to do everything. My biggest job really is picking up trash and probably working on helping make sure restrooms are clean.
Wait, are you telling me Doug Bowles is cleaning restrooms?
It's funny, you know, people ask, you know, what's the Indianapolis Motor Speedway president job really means? And it means I put out fires and I pick up trash and I clean restrooms. It's really, those are the simple things, and those are the things that are most important to our customers. So to the extent we can keep those clean and keep the trash cans emptied, race day sometimes is a little hard, but the rest of the time, absolutely, that's what I'm doing.
So Doug Bull's getting everybody ready for the race. And look, we have our first beer sighting. That's right, 10:30 is when that beer came out. It is now 10:39, but that beer is being enjoyed. So we have our first beer sighting this morning. It's never too early, I guess, out here at the track. And you can also see across the street here at the 1911 Grill, you got some people waiting outside for that place to open up here in about 20 minutes. So the fans are starting to congregate here in Speedway on Main Street. We're on the roof here at Big Woods, and we got some fans over here. Show the fans over here. These are my people. There we go. You guys are getting ready for your house party. What time does the house party start? Now. Okay, there we go. I love the very definitive now that we had right there. Oh, and we have more people. Obviously, look, we have more people coming out now. You guys are obviously watching on Channel 13, so they want to be part of the race coverage, if you will. So that is nice. As you can see, it's starting to ramp up here, Anne-Marie and Scott, as we get ready for the 104th running of the Indianapolis 500 live on Channel 13. We've got more people across the street. We have more people waving at us across the street as well, right over there. More Channel 13 fans and more race fans. Guys, it's starting to get a little crazy here in Speedway. Just saying.
Oh, super crazy right now. I can tell, man. They're just blowing the top off things. It's picking up. Picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll get going a little bit later. It's a late arriving crowd and a late arriving